Guys, hello guys. Welcome to Avoid TV Live Stream. My name is Ikria. My apologies for starting a little bit late. But how is everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Um, Guys, I know it's been a while since y'all saw me on here doing a live video. I've been mostly on Facebook. But guys, today I wanted to come in and talk to you guys, check in to see how you guys are doing when it comes to the DV lottery. I know the announcement was done on last Saturday. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to have a live video because I had a training that coincided with that time. I wasn't really aware that it was that like on the same day. So that's why I couldn't really tell you guys ahead of time. But guys, I am here today. If you have any questions, if you have any difficulties with the DV lottery, today is your time for you to come here and ask me, all right? I haven't been doing well with the emails because guys, I have a whole lot. Like work is pulling me in different directions. And so it's like when I have training to finish at work, my people, now, I'll go finish that one first, right? So sometimes I am not able to get back to you in on time. Amajimai, yes, I saw your email. I saw your email. Congratulations. You're the one who sent me an email about getting selected. Congratulations. Several other people have sent me emails about getting selected. Amma, I saw your email. I'll respond to that. Those of you who already have checked and seen that you have been selected, congratulations. Those of you who have checked and you saw that you were not selected, I would say that don't give up. Keep trying, keep trying. You've heard my story many times. I'm sure you guys are bored with it now. It took me multiple tries to finally get my visa to come to America. So don't give up. That is all I can tell you. Don't give up because me, I did not give up. So why would I tell you anything different? Keep trying. One day you will be in America. All right. But those of you who are yet to try, Nanado, yeah, you sent an email. Yes, I remember your email. You were asking about that. Yes, Nanado. I have videos that I've talked about all of these things that you're talking about the DS260. I have already done a video going through all of that, right? But I'll find time and respond to the emails. I was away from Friday to yesterday. I was away for training and I came back yesterday in the evening. So like occasionally I'll be able to respond to, Facebook comments, but it's just one person, all right? So those of you who have been selected for the DV lottery, I will create a group for you guys, and then you'll be in the group. Those of you in DV2024, you guys know this. My year has been busy, like 2024, from 2023 ending coming. Like my year has been busy, so I haven't even been as active as I should be in the groups. But guys, that's the thing. I'm trying to juggle my life, and I can't let something slide because I have this going on over and over. So I hope you guys will be understanding because I understand you too. When you find yourself in those situations, you will choose. You will have to decide what takes more, like what becomes a priority. All right. But I will create a group for you guys. Remember on my Facebook page, I have Facebook allows content creators to have subscribers only group. Subscribers only group. For the past year, I even told you guys I don't subscribe because I don't get time to interact. But from this period on, those of you who are winners, that you'll be asking too many questions. Like I told you, my job is pulling me every corner. I have so many trainings that I need to finish today. They told me one training has been moved to another day. I was like, thank God. So if you want to have like easy access and quick turnaround time, I'm talking about response, join the subscribers only group. On Facebook, when you subscribe, it's $5 a month. So let's say you're a DV lottery winner and you decide to join the subscribers only group, $5 a month. Let's say your process takes 1 year. Not everybody will take 1 year. Some people may take 1 year, some people may take less than 1 year. But if it takes 1 year, let's say $5 times 12, how much is that? It's like $60, right? It is better than you wasting it elsewhere and you're not getting the right information that you need. So if you want to consider doing that, it's up to you, right? I'm not gonna force anybody to do anything. But I will be creating a group for the winners. That will be a free group. You can join, ask questions. But guys, remember that being in the group does not mean that every time you just they call me, you just they like DM me. That is not what it's for, because as I told you, I have a whole lot going on. All right. But if you're in the subscribers group, I will schedule time where I'll be able to interact with you guys, and all of your questions, you put them together, maybe on certain days. Then I'll come in, you ask all of your questions, and then I give you as much information as I can. All right. But let's go to the DV lottery announcement. Some of you have been running into difficulties, like when you check and then you see invalid information, invalid input, and you wonder, like, sister, I entered everything correct. Why is the thing telling me invalid input? Why is it telling me invalid input, even though I entered everything exactly as it's supposed to? Okay. Now I'm going to give you options as to why it is still telling you invalid input. So this is the thing. The computer does not lie. Understand that. The computer does not lie. It is only using the information you are telling it now to compare to what you told it last time during the registration. The computer is not lying. It is only comparing the information you are telling it now to what you told it during the registration. It's because something that you are telling it right now, it doesn't match what you told it during the registration. That's why it's telling you invalid input. So what are some of the things that could cause the computer to tell you that it's invalid input? Let's talk about your confirmation number. I've talked about this in the previous live video, but let me state this again. Your confirmation number, there are some numbers and some alphabets that sometimes we change it, we interchange them because we are not paying attention. When you're dealing with American immigration, one thing that you cannot afford to do is not paying attention. If you don't pay attention, you make some small mistake, and then later it will be very expensive for you to change it. There are some mistakes when you make, it could cost you your whole visa because you made a small mistake. It can cost you your whole visa. And sometimes that small mistake too, if it doesn't cost you your whole visa, it could be expensive for you because that mistake will go on to other documents. And when the mistake goes into other documents, since it was your mistake, you will have to pay to correct it. I am talking about the green card, okay? When you do the DV lottery and you make some mistakes with your name and you are not paying attention and you don't do your due diligence, meaning you don't do everything possible to make sure the thing is properly corrected, and it gets onto your visa. And then remember, the name and everything you put on your visa, that is exactly what they're going to put on your green card. So when it goes on your green card, now if you want to make the correction, you have to pay a green card fee again. Please, when you're coming from outside America, your green card fee is $220. But when you're in America and you're replacing your green card, it is not $220. It is $400 plus, $400 plus. So that's why I said there are some mistakes, they will become very expensive for you because you were not paying attention. So please and please, everything that you're doing on US government website, pay attention. So when it comes to your confirmation number, as I said, some of the numbers and letters can be interchanged because we are not paying attention. The biggest culprit of this is zero. Zero is a number, numeric value. Zero, zero, as we say, zero. It's not the same as O. O is an alphabet. The alphabets are the A, B, C, D, right? O, letter O, is not the same as zero. The number zero is drawn in an oval shape, like an egg, right? Egg is not round like a ball. It is oval. It is like a round shape that has been pulled a little bit, all right? So if you look at your confirmation number, pay attention to letter O and the number 0. If you interchange it, the system will tell you invalid input. It will not tell you that I think you meant to type a 0 and you type no, because it is not going to give you the answer. If it were to give you the answer, then it will give scammers the answer too. I hope you understand. Sometimes when we are facing difficulties with the website, and then you wonder, you want the computer to give you the answer. But if the computer were to give you the answers, then guess what? Anybody can also go to the website. Any scammer, anybody who wants to take over your case could have also gone to the website to get the same information you are getting. That's why the computer will not tell you what your mistake was for the most part. So if your confirmation number is wrong, it will give you a generic statement. Make sure you did not turn your letter O into a 0 or vice versa. Make sure you did not turn the other one that is another corporate is I, letter I as in ice, I am, Isaac, right? The letter I in 1, number 1. Sometimes on the computer, when we write in books, when you write I, we write it like one line with the top, there's a bar at the top, there's a bar at the bottom. But on the computer, letter I is not like that. I don't know why the computer doesn't write I, capital I, just like the way we will write in our book, right? So when you see letter I and then you look at 1, if you are not paying attention, you will type I, letter I, capital I for 1, number 1. They are not the same. Number 1 has something that is like sometimes you see a little hook at the top. Pay attention. If you pay attention, you see that that is 1. If you pay attention, you see that I doesn't have the top bar and the bottom bar. It's just one straight line. But that is capital I. I hope you understand. So be careful. Don't interchange I and the number 1. If you interchange it, you have changed your whole confirmation number. All right? The computer is comparing the letters that it gave to you when you registered. So if you change one single letter in it, the computer says that is not you. And because the computer is, you are making these mistakes, that's why the computer feels like that is not you. That's why you keep getting invalid input or invalid information. So make sure you correct it. If you are not able to correct it, guess what? Then you may have to do forgot confirmation number and see if you remember all the other stuff. If you don't remember them, I cannot help you. If you send me an email and tell me, sister, it keeps telling me invalid input, I will give you this same explanation I'm telling you because I was not there when you were typing your information and what was wrong. Maybe for your confirmation number, if you send me your confirmation number, maybe I can look at it and tell you that this is 1, this is I, I will be able to tell you that if it's on the original paper, not what you have typed. If you write it with your pen and show it to me, well, your own handwriting, the computer is telling wrong. If you show it to me, I will also think the same way, right? So if you have your confirmation paper that is legible, meaning you can read it. If you want to send it to me an email for me to tell the sister, this thing is not telling me that, I can tell you that, okay, this is 0 over here. This is not O, right? But other than that, your confirmation number, there's not much I can do. So make sure you are not interchanging some of the numbers with the alphabet. I hope you understand. All right. Hi, Sam. How are you? Hi, Ekia. How are you? You said you sent me an email. Please resend the email, Ekia. I don't remember seeing your email. So you can resend the email again. All right. So guys, those of you who are sending me an email, if you send an email and I have not responded, you can send another email as a follow-up. All right. Then I can see the previous one because I have plenty emails. And so sometimes I open it and I'm like, I'm going to respond, and then something comes up and then I forget to come back to it. All right. So if you send an email and I have not responded, you can send follow up so that, it will prompt me for you to pay attention to it. All right. Now, the other thing, aside your confirmation number, if the issue is not with your confirmation number, your name, your last name, you should look at your confirmation page and type exactly as it was there. If your last name, say your last name is Wofoy, but then when you were doing the DV lottery, you type Wofo, WOFO, you left the Y, you made the mistake. When you go to the website to check now, you cannot now add Y, because when you add Y, the computer doesn't remember ever seeing Y there. Why are you now adding Y? So when you add Y, the computer will tell you invalid input, because the information you are given now, it does not match with what was given before. The computer needs everything to match perfect. If it doesn't match perfect, it will say it's not you. Okay? Remember, over 4 million people apply for this DV lottery. So you are not the only person with your name. There are some of us, our names are very common. Like me, my last name. When you go to the area where I come from, it is very common there. Some of you, your name is Tre is a very common name. Your name is Boatin. Boatin is a very common name. Osei is a very common name. So sometimes you think that, oh, my name is Emmanuel Osei, and then you feel like you are the only person with that unique. No, if you go to a town in Ghana, you will find at least 5 people in that town with that your name, right? So that's why when you apply for the DV lottery and it's asking for some of this information to verify, you have to give it exactly what you told it. Exactly as you told it. You cannot now be changing anything in there. Okay, so make sure you are giving the computer exactly whether it contained a mistake or it did not contain mistake, exactly what you gave it during the registration. That is why it was important for you to keep your confirmation page, because some of you made a mistake in your name, but now you have misplaced your confirmation page. So your confirmation page will always have your name, the last name, and then your first and middle name if you have a middle name. And then it will tell you the year you were born. And then it will have your confirmation number and then digital signature. The digital signature, we are not using it. Okay? Now, since you have misplaced your confirmation page and you also made a mistake in your name, now you go to the website and then you are typing Wofoy. But on your confirmation page, it was noted that you made a mistake, that the spelling that you gave it is on there, but you have misplaced that paper. So now there's not much you can do other than going to fill your information on the forgot confirmation number. But even there, you have to type the mistake. So if you made a mistake in your name and you have misplaced your confirmation number and you were not paying attention that there was a mistake, there's no way for you to find out whether you've won or not. There's no way. It is impossible for you to check. My name is Equia. When I was applying for the DV lottery, instead of Equia, I type AKAU. I don't know whether it's Akau. I typed that, right? In my head, I had typed Equia, but somehow my fingers, I typed mistake, or my phone did autocorrect and put that there. Now, confirmation page will have this mistake on there, but I have misplaced it. So if I go to the website now, because in my head, I know how to spell Equia, I am now checking with Equia, but I made a mistake. So the computer does not remember you typing Equia here, and it's not going to tell you. So for that, if you are somebody who has that problem, there is no way, it is impossible for you to check. So you have to apply for the DV lottery again. Next time, pay attention. I hope you understand. All right. Next time, pay attention. Hi, Abdul. How are you? You said you couldn't check yours. What was the problem? What was the issue that you encountered? All right. The other thing is that the email address. Some of you, maybe your email address, you no longer have access to that email address. let's say the email address has been hacked. So when you go to check your DV lottery, you are using a new email address. Please remember once again, you are telling the computer the information you gave it during the registration. It doesn't matter whether your email has been hacked, whether your email address has been deleted, whether your email address no longer exists, whether your email address, somebody has your password and they will not give it to you, whether it is somebody's email address. All you are trying to do is to match your information now, what you are typing in right now, with what you gave the computer during the registration. So don't worry. If you no longer have access to your email address, it is okay. But you must still put it in there so that you will know, you will be able to verify you that yes, this confirmation number belongs to this person. And then we'll be able to match it to the database to see whether you were selected or not, and it will let you know whether you are a winner or not. So don't worry about whether your email address, whatever has happened to it, you have to give that email address that you gave during the registration. Another issue with the email address is that some of you, when you were typing your email address, you made a mistake. Some of you, instead of typing Gmail, I know somebody because the person said it during one of my videos, commented under one of my videos, sister, when I was typing gmail.com, after they have typed their, so and so at gmail.com, they type at Gmail, GM, instead of GMAIL, they type GMIAL.com. The system sometimes will not correct you, even though we know, yeah, I think this is what you are trying to type, but the computer will not correct you. So now you type, instead of Gmail, you made a spelling mistake in the Gmail. So now you are going to check, you don't have your confirmation page, so you're using forgot confirmation number. And then it is asking for the email address, and then now you are typing the correct Gmail. The system will say invalid input, because the system, what it has in there, does not match what you are telling it right now. So always remember, whenever you are checking your DV lottery results, it is a basic authentication. You are going there to authenticate that you are who you say you are. Okay, the information that you have, you are verifying it, matching it with their database, and then it will give you a response whether yes, based on the information you have provided, we match the confirmation number with our database, and this person has been selected. Based on the information you provided, we match it with our database, this person has not been selected. But if based on the information you entered, it is invalid input, that means that either your confirmation number or your name, or your year of birth, or your email address, you've made a mistake somewhere, and you are not putting the mistake, you are not including whatever mistake that you put there during the registration. You are not giving it the exact information that was given during the registration. All right. Somebody, Baba, you're asking, let's see. Oh, okay, Nana, you say you watch it later. Okay, that's okay. Baba, it says like language you speak or write. Does it mean only official language like English, or local language local languages included? So for when it comes to DS260, so I believe you're filling the DS260. When I ask you for the languages that you speak and write, you can include your local language. Me, I've never really included my local language, right? But let's say those of you from maybe like countries where your language is, like, let me give you an example. Like Wofoi, I've told you guys that Wofoi comes from a language called Mona. That language is not much it's not really known. So if I have won the DV lottery, I will just write that I only speak English and maybe three added on there. But I'm not going to add the other language because like you go and now they want to ask you anything about it. I don't know much about that language, right? So it is okay if you are in francophone country and you speak other languages. It is okay to know the languages. If you speak Arabic, speak English, speak French, it is okay to know to all those languages. All right. And you can read and write them. It is okay to know them. If you also feel like, hey, these are the major languages that I speak and you want to know them, that is okay. I believe sometimes when they do that, because there's this, the US government has this program where some people are enrolled in that program. So sometimes they will need people to translate in certain languages. And so sometimes people are able to join. I'm not going to go too much into that. But just put the language that you speak and you can write fluently. I beg, fluently. Okay. Just do those things. Baba, I'm not going to go through all the DS260 questions on this live, but because I'm more focused on, you know, checking the problems arising out of checking. I have talked about some of your questions in the DS260 videos that I have on my channel. Vaccination, you can choose no or you can choose yes. When you choose no, it is okay because by the time you go for your interview, you would have gone for your medicals. All right. But I will address DS260 stuff in another video. I don't want to move this video away into DS260 stuff. But those of you who are facing those challenges with like invalid input and stuff, please know that check your confirmation number. Are you sure you are not making mistakes in the confirmation numbers that you're typing? The next thing is that your last name. Are you sure that was exactly what you type for the DV lottery? Your year of birth. Are you sure that was the correct year of birth that you type during the registration? And then those of you who don't have your confirmation page, if you're giving the information, are you sure you're using the same name you used on the registration? Are you sure your date of birth, you are putting exactly right? Because there are some people who made a mistake with their date of birth because the date of birth is asking month, day, and year. Some of you made a mistake and put where you're supposed to put the month, you put the day. And where you're supposed to put the day, you put the month there. Yes, you have to repeat the same mistakes. Those of you who made that mistake, if you're able to check, let's say you're able to check your DV lottery selection, right? You have your confirmation page, so you're able to check with the year. If you still made a mistake in your date of birth, the whole date of birth, when you go to your DS260, you will face that problem again. Because when you are logging into your DS260, you have to give your full date of birth. So that is why those of you who made mistakes, you will face your demon again. That is why I tell you everything you're doing on the website, pay attention. I am not saying that you have to take your whole day to do whatever you need to do. No. When you type something, pay attention to what you have typed. After you have typed, look at it again to make sure that is that what you want to type before you move on to the next one. Don't just quickly run through something and then it will contain mistakes and then later you have to pay dearly for that. All right. Okay. Ekia Amado, you're saying DS 260, can you submit it? Yes, you can work on your DS 260. But I will have a live video on my Facebook page on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, and we will talk about the DS 260 more. I want you guys take your time. If you can access your DS260, if you know what you need to do on the DS260, take your time and go through it. But I want you to join the live video on Wednesday, tomorrow, around the same time. But don't come late. Now we're almost to the end of this live video. But on Wednesday, maybe like 30 minutes before this time, and then ask your questions about that before. And I want to talk to you guys about something before you submit your DS260, because sometimes some of you quickly submit your DS260 without making sure that all your questions that you have in your head have been answered. And then you submit, and then after you are submitted, now you are asking the questions. So, sister, how do I fix it? Well, you should have asked your question before running to go and submit it, right? So that's why, God willing, tomorrow afternoon I'll have a live video on Facebook or Full TV page. Join in and then bring your DS260, all of your DS260 questions over there, so that we can talk about them. And then keep working on your DS260. Just fill the DS260, provide the answers to the questions that you need to. I have videos on my YouTube channel. Go to the DV2023, no, DV2024. I did video portion of DS260. Go in. Those of you who are Ghanaians, you can go to OFOYTV-GH. I have some of the stuff that I've explained there in Chi. You can go there and watch them, all right? But now that I feel I'll have a little bit of time between my trainings, I'll be able to come on live and make more videos, all right? But guys, you know I'm on Facebook now. I'm trying to build my presence on Facebook more. That's why I'm on Facebook a lot. So please make sure you are following on Facebook. You are asking questions there. I understand. Facebook, there's too many people, and sometimes you don't want people to be seeing what you're doing, whether you've won a DV lottery. You don't want it. I understand. But you need the information so that you can carry on with the rest of your journey. All right? So please, if you're having any difficulties with checking your results, remember these things that I talked about. And then finally, please, I know some of you have been asking, sister, how many times can I check? You can check as many times as you want. But personally, don't be wasting your time. If you check one time and it tells you that you were not selected, don't check again. Don't waste your time. To me, you'll be wasting your time. But if you want to, hey, it'll be your time now. If you want to, you can keep checking. Those of you who have not checked yet, I will really encourage you to check as soon as possible so that you can begin the next stage of your journey. Else, by next year around this time, you'll be crying, because some of the embassies are not fast and people are making smart decisions to move their cases elsewhere. Some of you may have a very small case number. Maybe your case number is 1. Maybe your case number is 10. Your case number, those of you who have case number under 500, there are some of them who don't have an interview yet. And you wonder why. Why is there somebody's case number less than 100? They don't have an interview yet. You wonder why. Meanwhile, somebody's case number, 30,000, has gone for interview and that person is making noise. Those of you who have very low case number and your embassy is open for work, is because you thought because you have a small case number, you can relax. And now you are paying for relaxing, right? It's not that every situation, it's not everybody who may not have interview now. It's because they delayed. But I'm talking specifically about those who have very, 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 very small case numbers and you don't have interview yet. Very small. Look inside yourself and be honest with yourself, right? So that's why I'm telling you that if you have not checked, you participated in the DV lottery, you have not checked, go and check. Those of you who are DV 2024 and you apply for the DV 2025, please go ahead and check. Because guess what? Maybe DV 2024, your case number was 68,000. You know Ghana. You are from Ghana. You have case number 68,000. It doesn't look good though. But maybe you check your DV 2025 and maybe you win again. And then your case number is 10,000. Then now your stress is gone, right? At least now you feel like, okay, from 60,000 to 10,000. At least this one looks like it's possible. It will go well, right? So that is something that I wanted to tell you guys. But guys, today I just came in here to let you know if you're having challenges with checking your DV lottery results, check your confirmation number. Make sure that there are no mistakes. You are typing the correct thing. If your last name, make sure that you are typing the last name that you use for the registration. Nothing new. The same old last name. All right. Even if you are married now, you are missing something. We want the one that you put for the registration. Your year of birth, make sure you're putting the correct one. If you are using forgot confirmation number, which require you to put your first name, your last name, middle name, your date of birth, the full date of birth, and your email address. Make sure that in everything you're typing in, it's exactly as you put in during the registration. If you don't do that, then definitely you're not going to be able to check, and I will not be able to help you. Nobody will be able to help you if you are not able to provide the correct information so that you can access your own results. All right. But guys, if you want to send an email to Ofoi TV where you want to show your confirmation number that sister, this is my confirmation number. I keep typing and it says invalid input. So let me tell you, sometimes if it tells you invalid input, sometimes it may not even be your confirmation number, it may be your name or the year of birth. That's where the problem is. So make sure that you are correcting every information on that page before you click submit. All right. But once again, congratulations to all those who have been selected. Ikuya, you're saying 16,000 likely to get interview. Ikuya, DV2024, somebody with case number 6,000 has not received an interview yet, right? I cannot tell you whether you will receive an interview or not. In DV2023, somebody with your number received an interview. But in DV2024, somebody with your case number is still waiting. Okay, so these are some of the things that you can't really predict. So for some people, it will be better for you to take your case to another country. When you get an interview, you get your car or plane ticket, you go there, you go and do your interview there, and then so you can have your peace of mind. Because for some time now, the U.S. Embassy in Accra, Ghana has been, has been disappointing Ghanaians. So me, I personally will say that if you are taking your case to Ghana, be very cautious, especially looking at the way they're treating DV2024 people. All right. But guys, I'm going to end this live video here. Like I said, tomorrow we'll be on Facebook. Make sure if you have questions about winning and everything, come there and then have a discussion. Okay. I'll create the DV Lottery winners only group. I have to verify you. I am trying to decide whether it should be Telegram or it should be on Facebook. All right. I'm trying to see whether Facebook group will be better than a Telegram group, because sometimes when you type, people will ask the same question over and over, like they don't know where to look for them. And then remember my subscribers only group. If you want like a more personable interaction, then my subscribers group, if you're a winner, it might make sense for you to be in the subscribers only group. But remember, on Facebook, subscriber is a paid group. You have to do a monthly subscription, which is like $5 a month on Facebook. The last time that I checked, you have to do a monthly subscription. But remember that I have a subscribers group that anybody, whether you're DV Lottery winner, you can be in there. I have not been working on that for some time now, so I told people not to subscribe because I was like, I'm going away, I will not be here. So why would I want you to subscribe to anything? I'm talking about subscribers group on Facebook, right? But now that I'm back, if you want more personal interactions, it will make sense for you to be in there and then ask your questions, all right? It doesn't matter whether you're the only one or you're two people or three people. If you ask your questions, I'll come in and respond to that. All right. But guys, don't miss the live video tomorrow. I love you guys. Those of you who did not get selected, like I said, don't give up. I was in your situation where I was bounced visas many years, for many years. I had my first passport before, I think by the age of 9, I had my passport, right? I'm talking about then times. Then times, people don't just get passport, all right? Now, we have small children with passport. Back in my days, I'm talking about early 90s, when you have passport, it's like a lot of people didn't have passport. A lot of it. And I had passport, but I never got to use it. It will expire, you go and get another one. You expire, you go, because you go for interview, they'll bounce you. And then the next time you get a chance, you have to do another passport, right? But finally, I am here, right? So please, just don't give up. One day, you'll be in America and you forget all of the frustrations that you went through, all right? Okay, so guys, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the page, you subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then you follow me on Facebook. All right. Subscribing on YouTube does not cost you any money. You'll be helping me with my channel, and then you will be, promoting Wofoi TV, because as you watch it, I'm sure you're going to share the video. You're going to share news about Wofoi TV with your friends and families. Make sure you follow on Facebook, all right? Because I share a lot of content on Facebook. I love you guys. God be with you. And I'll see you on my next video. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.